I'll share with you 3 projects that will help you stand out from the crowd and get interviews. I'm a senior software engineer in NYC and I got my first job because of projects that I built. I had no experience and this is what helped me stand out. So I'm going to show you some of the projects that I would build if I was looking for a job today in this current market. The first project is Interview GPT. This is like an AI coach that helps you prepare for your interviews. So you're going to enter the URL of a job description that you want to apply to. So for example, here I have this website with OpenAI. It's a software engineering position, backend. I see that the salary is between $160,000 and $385,000. So that's perfect. I come here, I copy the URL. I paste it inside of the app. Then I select the interview type, either behavioral, lead code, or project. So it's based on whichever interview that you want to help to prepare for. You select. So for example, I say lead code here. And then I have to specify an amount of how much I'm willing to pay the AI to help me, to coach me, to pass this interview. So if I say a low amount, like for example $1, it's not going to take it seriously, it's going to joke around, it's not really going to help me. If I say a high amount, like $1,000 for example, then it's truly going to help me prepare so that I actually pass the interview. So I'm going to just put $1 here for this demo, and then I have to upload a resume. I click here on this button, I select my resume, and what it's going to do right now is that it's going to read my resume, it's going to scrape the job description, and based on those 2 elements, it's going to create a personalized interview to help me prepare for specifically a lead code style interview here. So it finished loading. It first says joke because I only paid $1, and then it asks you a few things, and then I say, I don't know, for example, I don't know, give me a code example in JavaScript. And then you see that here is basically giving the example. I also added like some code rendering, markdown, and just to make it like fancy and kind of look nice. That's basically what the app is. This app was built for the students of my bootcamp. I have 80 students who are part of the Codebender bootcamp. We have 6 new people who joined this week. We have like a nice little group of developers who are leveling up in their career. So I'll show them how to build this, share the code and everything. This project was built on Next.js. I used Puppeteer to script the data from the job description. Then I used a library called PDF.js to be able to extract the text of the resume PDF that is uploaded completely on the client side. So on the client side, I'm able to extract the text. I don't need to store it anywhere. And then I take the text extracted from the resume together with the job description, and I send all of that to GPT-4 to start the AI chat. And that's basically how this app is set up. One side note though is when you use apps like this online on the web where you have to upload the resume, be very careful that they don't leak the data, because some websites, especially like the free ones, they capture your resume and then they're going to sell it on the back end to like some other companies, and it might create problems for you. That's where Aura, the sponsor of this video, comes in. Get this, there are actually companies out there whose whole purpose is to collect your resume and then sell it online. There was a case recently where millions of resumes were leaked. This means that these people have access to your name, your phone number, your email, your physical address. Obviously, you don't want that. But the scary part is that this doesn't happen to just some random small companies that you have never heard of. It also happens to companies that you trust. AT&T had a case recently where 73 million of their customers' records were released on the dark web. And this includes also credit card information. So they had to advise their users to potentially freeze their bank accounts, monitor activity to check that anything wrong is happening, use strong passwords. That's extremely annoying to do. That's where Aura is very useful because it essentially does all of that automatically for you. So it's going to tell you which data brokers have released your information, and then it's going to go there and tell them to leave you alone. It's kind of like having a personal bodyguard who just checks up on you and makes sure that no one is touching you. The other nice thing is that you don't need to worry about installing a million different apps to track every single account you have just because some company messed up and couldn't keep your data safe. Here it's all centralized. There's just one app that you need to install, and then it's going to check everything. It's always on. It's always keeping you protected. You can try it for free. Go on aura.com/codebender. It's going to give you access to a 2-week free trial. I'm going to leave a link in the description, check it out. The next project is Super Viral AI. This is an app that helps you generate viral YouTube video ideas, thumbnails, and scripts. So the way it works basically is that you first provide information about the video that you want to create, some information about the channel, the style that you like. Then it's going to generate 10 video titles for you. Select the best one that you like the most. After this, based on the title, it's going to generate a thumbnail for you. You can tweak the thumbnail because you're basically chatting with this viral like AI generator. So you can say that you want some changes to the thumbnail, and then it's going to generate those changes. After that, it's going to create a full outline of a script for you. And again, you're always chatting with the AI, so you can say, for example, make the script longer, change this or that, make it funnier, and it can adapt to you. I actually built a simplified version of this app a year ago, but at the time it could only generate titles. It couldn't do thumbnails or script. This was just a very basic version of it. I posted that on Twitter. I didn't have much following, but I got big YouTubers with like millions of subscribers who reached out to me. And one of them proposed to pay me $750 for 10 video ideas every month. So the only thing I had to do is like use this tool to generate 10 video ideas that are like pretty good, fits his niche, and then send him that, and it would be $750 every month. But now, since AI evolved a lot and improved a lot, I wanted to build a better version of it that can generate more things like thumbnail scripts. And honestly, in the future, as those technologies evolve, you might be able to generate a full YouTube video based on just some little prompts that you write, or at least a draft of a video. So this is an interesting project that can potentially make you some money. I built this with Next.js. Next.js is the main framework used to build this app. Then I use Claude 3 as the text generation API because I noticed it's a lot better than GPT-4 in terms of creativity. Generally, it creates better YouTube titles, so that's why I use this one. And then I use Dolly to generate the thumbnails for the video. Next project is called Resume Worth. This is a very simple app where you can just upload your resume. It's gonna scan it and then it's gonna say what is the dollar value of your resume, like how much money you could be theoretically making with it. And it's gonna tell you all the good things about your resume and all the areas of improvement. This app, actually, I took inspiration from another project that I saw on LinkedIn that went kind of viral, where this guy built an app that tells you the dollar worth of your lead code profile. So I basically made the same for a resume. And this is a lesson for you. Whenever you see a project that works well, that is catchy, that gets a lot of attention, think about how can you use the concept behind this idea into something else, like a different application. Here he was doing this for lead code and I'm doing this for resumes. I posted the project on LinkedIn and it got a pretty good amount of attention. A few hundred people tried it. And the nice thing is that someone saw it and then uploaded it on the reactexamples.com. So I also got a bunch of users through that. This project is built on Next.js. Like all of them, is just my favorite framework and it's extremely powerful and extremely used by a lot of companies. I used PDF.js also to extract the text from the PDF. And then I used the Mistral API for the AI model. Mistral is basically a competitor to OpenAI, but it's open source and cheaper. So I wanted to try it for this project. Codebenders, thank you for watching. And always remember, if you want to win in this era of AI, if you don't want to get replaced, you have to figure out a way to stand out. And in my opinion, the best way right now is to build AI projects. You have to learn how those tools work and you have to use them. Now, everything that you have just watched will be useless if you don't put this into practice. So I've made this video to help you. You can check it out.